Oh, hello there, boys and girls. God, the volume's decent now. Holy shit. I turn that down. There we go. It was too loud. For once. Still too loud, my god. Oh god, I need to adjust all the volumes and such. Like right around there, I think that's probably good, maybe. Yes, hopefully. I don't know. Let's just pretend that's fine. All right. Hi, everybody. Oh, the transitions are fucked. Damn it. Hey, guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm Seth G. You might have noticed that my transition's fucked just now. There's a very good reason for that. If I show you guys my right monitor for like half a second here, I'm back on OBS. I'm back to using standard OBS. See, that's neat. And also, it's too warm in here, so I'm gonna take this fleece off. I'm back on OBS. Because I'll show you. Hang on, let me take this off. Take it off for the stream. Still forgot to make my bed for today. I've been slacking on that. I gotta get back into that habit. Oh, anyway, yeah, I went back to original OBS because I did a little something before the stream today. Hold on. Let me just pop into the channel awards real quick. Pop up. Yeah. I added trigger fire to my OBS. So now, there are commands, not commands, but things you can request in order to play sounds and such on stream. I'll let you all explore those at your own leisure. They're very cheap. I fixed some of the prices too. I decided that a lot of the stuff we had was really expensive, and so I reduced a lot of prices. But yeah. That's better now. Oh, anyway, welcome to Talkie stream. I'm Seth G. I think I said that already. It doesn't matter. I'm good at my job, I swear. I just brought up the OBS thing because I wanted to just mention that there's probably gonna be some growing pains here and there while we chat. I thought I would see more people. I thought people would be a little more hyped about Ryan the Shoe Wizard. But that's okay. Because I actually made notes this time. I am like prepared. I have stuff to talk about for once. I wrote down some things I wanted to say. Oh, but I can get into it. That's fine. I don't care if I'm talking to myself. I want to tell the story. This music's too sad for this story. Hold on. We need to change the music. We need something else. This one. Okay. The story of Ryan the Shoe Wizard. So, Memorial Day. My parents dragged me out to an outlet mall because I spent too much inside. I spent too much time inside. I need to go outside more. So we went to an outlet mall. Also because I was in desperate need of shoes and I guess shorts as well. So I need to get some shoes. So we went to an unnamed outlet mall, but if you live in Michigan, you probably know where this is. We went to the New Balance store specifically, not sponsored by New Balance, obviously, but I have like really wide ass feet, so I need like wide shoes, or else my shoes don't fit. And New Balance is really good about providing wide shoes, so we always go there for shoes. We went to the New Balance store. My parents picked up some stuff for me to try on because I was intimidated by the amount of shoe boxes lining the walls. It's just like nothing but shoes for miles. It was just very intimidating. And it was going, I guess, all right. I was having trouble finding something that felt comfortable. Normally, I would just put on a shoe that I like and just be like, all right, this sucks, but I'm gonna live with it. But this time around, I was kind of determined to finding a shoe that actually like worked well for me. So I went through the process of trying on a bunch of different shoes. We got like 2 pairs of shoes in, I think, when he appeared. A living myth, a living legend. Ryan, the shoe wizard, appeared before us. And this man knows his stuff. He walked up and was like, "You guys finding everything okay?" And shy Sefg, as per usual, was like, "I'm okay. Not really, but I'm fine." And then Dad chimed in and was like, "Yeah, so he has a problem with this shoe. It feels like he's stepping on a ridge in the back, which is really uncomfortable, by the way, and only on my left foot, which is weird for that pair of shoes, but that's beside the point." And Ryan proceeded to try to help us out. The first thing he did is I noticed he was looking down in my general direction as my parents were talking. At first, they thought to him, but really they were talking at him because he looked up and chimed in like, "Oh, sorry, I'm looking at his feet." He was just looking at my feet for a good, like, 30 seconds through my, just, like, with my socks still on. Just getting a feel for what my feet looked like. That was the first thing he did. I was like, this man's incredible. It went right back to Wilting Memories again. Let me find another good song. There. I'm trying to find music that fits the tone. But anyway, yeah, he started off by just looking at my feet. And I made the joke like, "Oh, okay, sure, you can look at my feet. Picture's $5. And he was very amused by that, but he just kept going. And he was like, "All right, let me try something." And so he walked off and grabbed a pair of shoes and came back and he was like, "Try these on." And I tried them on. I couldn't get my foot in there because I have a big honking foot. So I had to loosen the laces in order to get my foot in, which was a trend that would continue for a while. Remember that detail because it's important later for this story. Yeah, this began a series of just me trying on shoes. LMAO Shoe Wizard. He's the Shoe Wizard, dude. Hey, Wolf changed his name. Heck yeah. I have to change something in my rewards later then. Anyway, the people who just came in, okay? I'm telling the story of the Shoe Wizard from Memorial Day when I went to buy some shoes. Because this man's an actual wizard. I'm not even kidding. Wolf found his reward. Wolf found the reward. Let's go. All right. So anyways, yep. Every pair of shoes that Ryan would bring back to me, I would have to loosen the laces just to get my foot in, which is important for later. But yeah, it began a series of just us. After he stared at my foot for a solid 30 seconds, it began a series of us just trying on a variety of shoes. I would try on some shoes and be like, "I like them, but I don't like this part of it." And he would usually respond with, "All right, that tells me something. I got something for you." And he would say it like almost every time. He's like, "Yeah, it tells me something." Like a shoe detective. Like a gumshoe. Ryan the Gumshoe. Ryan the Gumshoe Wizard.
That's gonna come on my face. Yep.
Oh, context. Phrasing. That's what I should name that reward, phrasing. Anyway, yeah, hi, welcome everyone just coming in. We're talking about the Shoe Wizard from Memorial Day. But yeah, it began a series of us trying on shoes, and me telling him what I didn't like, and him going like, "That tells me something," and then going and grabbing something else. Eventually, we reached a point where he was like, I told him that the shoe I had tried on just before he started helping us out I liked it other than the ridge in the back, and he was like, "I might have something in the back for you." And he, like, tell him I need help with shoes. Only if you live in the Michigan area. doing this stuff, I've been listening to this. Have fun lurking, man. Yeah. Ryan disappears into the back for a minute. He's like, am I asking for it? Yep. And he comes back out. I was like, you're in luck because I know everything that's in the back. Just everything that's in the back. He just knows the full inventory. And he's like, here you go. This is a cross between what you walked into the store with and the shoe that you like. And I tried it on, and it was okay, right? It was all right. I was like, yeah, I can get behind this shoe. And I wore those around the store for a minute. Happy and content. But over time, my feet were starting to kind of feel a little cramped a little bit. And I was like, I think these shoes might be too small. And so it was okay. It was just okay. I'm very picky. I'm very picky when I want to be. Yeah, it was just okay. So I called Ryan back over. And I was like, hey, Ryan, do you have these shoes in like a half size up? He's like, I might. Let me go look in the back again. And I just heard softly from the back once he disappeared back there. Oh, yep, we got him. And then I waited, and then a few minutes later, he came back out with the next size up. And I tried it on, and I was like, I noticed it was still kind of tight. I was like, yeah, I feel like it's squeezing me on the top, like up in the front. And Ryan was like, you know what? I think I have the solution for you. The only problem is that the solution is going to cost you $120. Yeah, we have a luxury shoe up in the front that I think will work for you. Let me go grab it. You can try it on. I'll let you try the luxury. Were the words he used, I believe. I believe I wrote it down. I actually wrote some of this shit down. Yeah, he brought me a $120 pair of shoes that, quote, feels like socks on top but like you're wearing rubber mats on the bottom. Was it worth it? I'm getting there. Don't worry, we're getting there. So I tried on this shoe, and it was exactly as he described it. It felt exactly like a sock on top. It felt like I was wearing rubber mats on my feet. But, unique to me, I'm pretty sure, it also felt like Agent 47 had his piano wire and was like trying to strangle the middle of my foot because there's a seam like in the middle of the top of the shoe that was just way too tight in my foot. Like it actually physically hurt wearing the shoes. It was awful. Like I was like, $120 shoes. Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, it was not pleasant. So I went back to him and I was like, what do you think? And I said exactly that to him. It feels like Agent 47 is strangling my feet. And he's like, oh, that's interesting. Like right here along the seam? I was like, yeah. All right. I think I have the perfect shoe for you. He disappears off into the front again. Comes back up, same price as the shoes I was just wearing. But he puts a shoebox down on the seat behind me and says, this is the perfect shoe for you. And then he just walked off. Like, ominous, as every gumshoe wizard should be. No, but this was the first time he ever said that the shoes were perfect. That he literally just said, these will work for you. These will work. Was basically what he was saying. So I opened them up. And now this is the part where I call back to the detail from before. Remember that this entire time, every time Ryan has brought me a pair of shoes to try on, I had to loosen the laces to get my foot in every single time. I went to put these shoes on, didn't have to touch laces at all. It literally fit perfectly right out of the box. Right out of the box. I ended up adjusting them a little bit later on because they were a little tight, but at the time it was perfect.
That's gonna come on my face. Yep.
I'll have to change that. I'll have to change the description of that, the phrasing. But yeah, it literally was I went up to him and he was like, how was it? And I described it exactly as I'm going to describe it to you right now. It was like fucking Cinderella. It was like the glass slipper. It was like putting on the glass slipper and having it fit perfectly. It was like the best shit. It was crazy. And bear in mind, it's Memorial Day. There's a ton of people there. So while he is helping me, he's simultaneously helping out also my parents and like 3 other people. And it's very clear from like what he's saying to people that this man knows his shit. He knows his shit, man. I overheard him talking to another customer at one point. I was fascinated with this man, so I was just kind of like listening in whenever he was talking nearby. But he's mentioned it multiple times throughout this trip to the store that he has tested out some of the shoes, which in my mind means he has actually taken these shoes home, like most if not all of them at some point, and just worn them around for a while to get a better idea of like what the shoes can do for you. And at the same time, like the whole time he's talking to you, and anytime he explains to you like what's going on with the shoe in your foot, he accurately describes. He's always going into like, oh, your arches are failing here. Oh, I see you have a wide foot. Oh, the heel, whatever. It's like just always talking about like arches and shit, and like is this man a foot doctor? If you told me this man was a foot doctor or a foot guru, like I would believe you. 100% I would believe you, because he clearly knows what he's talking about. And Lily told him after all was said and done, like, I don't know what they're paying you, but it's not enough. Whatever it is, you're not getting paid enough. And he was like, probably. Probably, yeah. I think I had something else in here in my notes. No, that was it. So yeah, long story short, Brian, the shoe wizard of the New Balance outlet, just incredible. He was really good at what he does. He put way more. It's so easy, right, to work at a store like that and just like not take it too seriously, right? Just like show up for your paycheck and leave. This man treated this job like he was getting paid 6 figures. Incredible. Incredible. I love that man. Yeah. So if you're ever in that specific outlet mall, again, if you're in Michigan, around my area, you probably know which one I'm talking about. If you're in need of a pair of shoes, go to the New Balance store. Not sponsored by New Balance. Talk to Ryan. Ask for Ryan. He knows his shoes. Actually, hang on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna run upstairs real quick. I'm gonna grab the shoes to show you guys. I'll be right back. All right. There you go. That's the shoe. That is the shoe that he suggested for me. The $120 shoe that I bought on Memorial Day. Oh, and they're like the comfiest shoes I've ever had in a long time, for sure. And the best part was, like, I'm sure someone will probably be like, oh, that dude was definitely upselling you. Let me see. Hang on. Right back. Here you go. Yep. And I'm sure some people will try to tell me in like the comments in the VOD or in the chat or something like, oh, that dude definitely upsold you. Nah, he started off by giving me everything he had in clearance before going to like the really expensive shoes. Like literally the one thing he cared about, the most important thing to him was, is my customer comfortable with their shoes? Legend. Fucking legend. What are those? What are those? That is such an old meme. God, get new material. Oh. But anyway, yeah, that's the story of the Shoe Wizard from Memorial Day. Yeah. Yeah, that was a much needed trip outside, actually, because I don't go outside nearly enough. So anyway, yeah, I hope everyone else is doing well. I have more stuff to... Good meme placement, though. True. It's very true. I'm gonna change the title real quick to a more generic title. Talking about... stuff. There we go. Oh, not the most clickbaity title I've ever come up with for a stream, but whatever. It's not important. Okay, it's kind of important, but not as important to me. What do I want to talk about next? I wrote some stuff down. Oh yeah. I'm surprised that my shoe story took almost a half hour to go through. That's impressive. I'm in VR at the moment. How is VR, sir? Tell me. I've never been. I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to get beamed up into the VR world. At the Valve X studio. Ooh. Is that a physical place or is that VR world? Is that in the VR dimension? It's so fun. Valve X Studio. Not at all what I thought it was going to be. It's literally just valves. It's valves of some nature. VR world. That makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, I would love to get a VR headset. I just don't have money. Actually, this is an okay time to bring this up. Valve Studio, lol. I typed in Valve Space X Space Studio, which might have been the wrong thing to type in since you didn't use any spaces, but it's comedic that way. Valve, Or maybe it was a typo. Oh, it was a typo. You messed me up, sir. You ruined me. Anyway, I can talk about this now. I mentioned this briefly on stream yesterday, I believe. Yeah, yesterday, because I didn't stream on Monday. Unemployment. I was finally... Quanch! More of an MVP than I...
More of an MVP than CEF thought. Lol.
Quanch! Thank you so much, dude. Alright, so... Forget what I said just a second ago. Let's talk about this real quick. The Quanch here. Shout out to the Quanch. Let me... Hang on. First of all, hi, Quanch. Welcome. Sorry for the... No, you're totally fine. No, this is more stuff to talk about. This is content. This is free content. So, Quanch, our good buddy Quanch, held a Knockout City tournament a little while back. Sometime last week, I think. I don't know. I'm bad at keeping track of time. And our boy John Ball TV and company entered into that tournament. And actually played all the way up to second place, by the way, last Friday. But go on. Okay, last Friday. I have no way of. My brain doesn't do time progression well. I don't know how to keep track of it. Anyway, yeah, John and his team placed like second in the tournament in the end. But there is a problem though. Going into the finals, okay, the grand finals, one of John's team, not naming any names, Ash, but had to leave all of a sudden. And so I happened to be in Danny Dysfunctional's stream at the time, just in her stream chat, because I just wanted to see how they were doing. And she and John were both like, Colin, can you sub in? I mean, you're gonna lose, but sure. I'll do it. Fuck it, let's go. I've always wanted to play in a tournament just to see how shit I am. So yeah, I subbed in. Quanch popped into the voice channel that we were in and was like, Seth, the fuck you doing here? And I was like, funny story, Quanch. I am the sub sandwich. I am the one. What's Knockout City? The dodgeball game. Hang on. Let me pull up YouTube real quick. Knockout City gameplay. Yep, I am the sub sandwich here to fill the team and ruin everything. Yeah, let me put this up. Okay. Yep, there you go. Yeah, this is Knockout City. I'll just let this play on screen for a little bit. But yeah, I came in John and Danny's time of need, and exactly as I claimed would happen. All right, I definitely did not perform. We got destroyed. Which is unfortunate, because up until that point, John and company were actually like playing really well. They were playing extremely well. Imagine getting this on Switch. Imagine. It actually is on Switch, but you don't want to play it on Switch because it's not great. Yeah, I definitely did not perform well, especially because my strategy in this game is run headfirst into enemy and just try to tackle and piss them off. Which, as I learned in this tournament, when it comes to high-level play, doesn't work that well, believe it or not. So it's not that good of a strat. But that's the one I went for, because that's all I know. So yeah, we ended up losing. But Quanch came in afterwards and was like, yes, FG, I got a separate award for you as a thank you for subbing in, like a prize. Yikes indeed. Yeah, I got a separate reward for you, separate from everyone else, because since you subbed in for the last minute. And my reward was exactly what I just got, 500 bits. Listen, you may have gotten less experience than your competitors, but you didn't help the tournament from delays, a forfeit situation, all kinds of complications. Fair. Still doesn't change the fact that I suck at the game. I helped the tournament on like a scheduling level, and I did not help my team on a gameplay level. You know what I mean? Not that I care. I was cracking joke. You can go look at Danny's VOD. I'm sure it's still up. I did not take a lot of that very seriously, because I don't take anything seriously. You know what we should watch? Zelda memes. We're still in story time though, brother. It's story time, not video watching time. Maybe once I run out of shit to talk about, it can be story time. It can be video watching time. But anyway, yeah, I didn't even think to talk about that during the stream today. That was the story of. Hang on, I gotta change this. Oopsies. Face cam. That was the story of the Quanch's tournament. I know, but eventually, maybe we'll see. There is a channel reward, by the way. Recently reduced in price too, I believe. I think I changed the price. Yeah, I lowered the price by a lot. It's called Watch This. If you redeem that, I will watch a video of your choosing, as long as it's appropriate. So if you want to force me to watch things in the middle of the stream, you can do that. It's 1,000 points. It's expensive to do it, but you can do it. Yeah, anyway, there's that story. Back to what I was talking about before Quanch came in. Thank you, Quanch, for the bits. And for letting me only kind of sort of ruin that tournament. But also save it at the same time. For inviting chaos into your party. Yeah, it's the unemployment thing. I briefly mentioned this in the other stream. I didn't want to get too deep into the details because like it's a weird thing to talk about, but I don't know, it's interesting, I guess. So when the fun times, the pandemic hit, I went to apply for unemployment because my parents told me to. And you know, it's what you're supposed to do when you don't have work. I made my claim. Okay, I went through all the steps. This is mostly backstory to explain how what happened. All right, I'll watch that in just a second. I filed my claim. It went through successfully, and then I looked at it, and they were like, "Hey, congrats on filing your claim. It went through successfully. You have been awarded $0. Congratulations." And I was just kind of like, what the fuck is this? No. No, I don't want. I'm not gonna screw that. Like, if you're out of the States, unemployment is a thing where if you don't have a job and you're looking for work, you can like file for unemployment and they'll give you money like every month or so to like just help you get by. And you have to claim it every week, and you have to be able to prove that you're actively looking for work, or that you're underemployed and not making enough. But with that said, yeah, I was awarded $0 for some reason. I'm not entirely sure what the reason was, but it might have been because I was too honest. I told them up front in the thing I was filling out that I wasn't actively looking for work, because at the time that was true. We were on lockdown. I wasn't allowed out of the house, and I didn't want to risk going outside to get sick, so I didn't want to work. And also my job was, the restaurant I was working at was closed. So yeah, I straight up said like, yeah, I'm not working right now. And I don't think they changed their system they didn't have the changes in their system at place at that time to recognize that, you know, people probably aren't looking for work at the moment. But anyway, that's just a theory. I don't really know the real reason why it was $0, but it's funny that it was. But yeah, I didn't bother claiming my unemployment because why would I? It's just $0. You can still claim. That's the next part of this story. I got a letter in the mail, like way back in March, telling me that I had been awarded money and that I should go claim it. And I said, okay. So, and after procrastinating up until like May of this May, actually no longer this is no longer May, around June, but you know what I'm talking about. At some point near the end of May, I finally went back and refiled my claim, and then I went back to claim weeks I hadn't claimed, and I just kind of assumed like I assumed that I was going to be claiming like all of the weeks going forward that my PUA applied for that I hadn't claimed yet. As it turns out, I was allowed to claim literally everything starting from May of last year. Which means all those stimulus checks that I missed out on, I'm pretty sure that's what that was anyway, I was finally able to get a hold of. So I just had a big ol' influx of money pop into my bank account recently. I won't disclose the exact amount because I don't want to tempt people, but it's a good chunk of money, considering I'm not working at all right now. I'm just doing this for like pocket change, essentially. Oh, but yeah, I finally claimed that. And that's normally where the story would have ended, except when I went back in today to claim last week as well, and this week, I think. I don't know how the math works. I don't remember exactly. I think I claimed this week. Maybe. I don't know. I claimed the week I needed to claim. But also they were telling me that I need to provide more information. I need to verify that I was working from January 1st, between January 1st, 2019 and March 15th, 2020, which is what my PUA was for. And they told me that they said that if I do not provide it, if I cannot provide proof by like August of this year, that I will need to pay back part of or all of the money. And one of the things, some things you can use to as evidence for that, okay, is their pay stubs, like W-2 forms, stuff like that, stuff that proves that you were working. You guys might recall that I switched rooms recently. I went from the room over there that I used to live in to the room over here, which used to be my brother's room. And during that move, like an idiot, because I'm a child and didn't know any better, I had a lot of pay stubs littering my desk, my old desk, and so I'm pretty sure I threw them all out. So I'm gonna have to find another way to prove that I was actually employed. at the time, or else I'm gonna be in some trouble. Fortunately, I didn't spend too much of the money. Like, I can easily just give it back. I'm just gonna make sure I have everything squared away before I spend any more of that money. But yeah, I have not spent... you can still get new pay stubs. I don't know what happened in my workplace. That's the thing. That's the weird thing. Like, my workplace is closed down right now, and I have not heard anything from anybody about what's going on. For all I know, they might just be remodeling in there, or it's just never opening back up. And the place I was working at the time was kind of on rocky footing for a while before the pandemic hit. W2 is proof too. I don't know if I have that anywhere. Yeah. See, I can't get new pay stubs right now, actually, because every time I've tried to call down there too, it's just gone straight to voicemail. Or they've just said that, I actually know, worse than that. I believe they were just like, the phone you've tried to contact is not in service. I'm like, oh, good. Oh, good. Contact manager? I don't know. I guess I could try that, but the manager changed so many times in the months before the pandemic. I don't know. Like I said, they were on very rocky footing. So I've just kind of assumed this whole time that the place I was working at, probably not opening back up again. But I'm pretty sure I'll be okay. I have over there some tax returns that, according to my mother, I can use that as proof. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I just have to pay back the money, and I still have the money. I've done the math. I've spent maybe like $100 to $200 of the money that they gave me. And that's like a tiny, tiny portion of what they gave me. It's like a smidgen. It's like a drop in the pool. So I'm gonna be okay. It's nothing for me to... I'm not stressing out about it. But yeah, there's that story. So anyway, once I get that squared away, though, if and when I can get it squared away, I'll have money to put towards some stuff, finally. But my plan currently is to hoard most of it until I can find new work. Or until this channel blows up, which, you know, the latter is probably very unlikely. I'm gonna have to get a job eventually. I'm waiting to get a job until I get fully vaccinated, which is gonna happen near the end of this month. And as a reminder, I also did say, I think last stream, because someone asked me if I got my shot this week, or last week, because I said that if I didn't get the shot last week, that I would take a shot of wasabi. I extended that same wager to this last shot, which is if I somehow miss my appointment, I will take a shot of wasabi on stream. If I somehow miss my second appointment. So, hopefully SFG screws that up somehow. Because then you guys get content, but hopefully not, because it would be bad if I did. Wasabi is good. Not when you hate spicy food. Cut to the clip of me eating wasabi on stream, like 3 times, for subs. But yeah, there's my unemployment story. Let me watch this video you sent me, Wolf. We will stop the music for a second. Oh god, I already got a glimpse of it. Here we go.
What the hell? There's furries in the pool.
Zero to 100 real quick. Got him. Got him with the shotgun and funny prank, bro. Nice. Good work out of you. Well done. Okay. So there's that video. What the hell? There's furries in the pool. That must have been staged, right? There was no way that was real. They must have staged that. Unless a bunch of weirdos in furry costumes just went into someone's backyard one day with a shotgun. And if that's the case, I'm very concerned for the person who uploaded the video. That video might have been found footage. You know what I mean? All right, Link's got one for me too. Hold up. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is SpongeBob. I don't know if I can watch this on the stream. Okay. I'm gonna mute headphone audio. And I'm not gonna put it on the screen, but I will watch this right now. It's called Fursuits. Nice. I like it. What kind of fursuits do you get up to? All right. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna hit play right now on this. Wow. Snowballs. They're throwing snowballs at him. Now it's Plankton. Wow. Plankton's a savage. Nice. All right. It's running kind of long. Not bad, Link. Not bad. Not bad at all. Find this video hilarious. I'm just dead inside. It's fine. Oh. All right. So, what else do I have to talk about? Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to promote this yesterday. I meant to promote this at, like, beginning of the week. This Friday, John Balla TV and I are gonna be playing Super Mario Party online because I thought that would be fun. Because we were talking about doing it back when it was still like in the nice, yeah. Back to where I gotta do the dishes. Have fun, man. Yeah, we were talking about it like way back when it was like still current, and it just was not coming together nicely, and we kind of just forgot about it. But then on John's stream, I did my favorite tactic for getting collabs, where I ask people on stream so they can't say no. John was playing Super Mario 64, and I was like, "Hey, John, do you want to do Knockout City on Friday?" Followed by, "Oh no, wait, Super Mario Party." And John was like, "Hell yes, let's do it." So that'll be happening Friday night at like 5. Maybe earlier if I can swing it to be earlier. We'll see. Because John requested 4 o'clock. So I might, depending on how things work out, I might try to see if I can get it happen at 4:30. We will find out. Also, I want to see if I need to see if I can get like 2 more people on that, because me and John against 2 computers is going to be kind of boring, I think. And not as life-ending. Not as friendship-ending as Mario Party should be. You know, at maximum quality. One thing I do need to talk to John about, though, because we haven't debated this at all yet. This music's kind of quiet. Let me turn this back a little bit, just a little bit. Something we didn't talk about at all, because I know far too much about Super Mario Party. Whether or not Bowser is banned. Because if you don't know, okay, and I'm sure this will come up on the day of too. If you're not aware, everyone in Super Mario Party, okay, has their own custom dice block. All right, everyone has their own die block that has unique faces on it. And Bowser's is the best die block of them all, to the point where it's actually overpowered. So in Super Mario Party, unlike past Mario Parties, you can't roll 10s anymore. You can only roll between 1 and 6 on a normal die. So in this game, you only roll between 1 and 6. So I classify any die block that has 1 or more faces above 6 to be good. The more faces above 6 you have, the better. Bowser's die block has 3 faces that are not only above 6, but above 7. He has an 8 face, a 9 face, and a 10 face. And because anything above a 6 is good, I just lump those into their own category, so they're just combined. So Bowser's die block, when you roll it, you have a 1 in 6 chance of rolling a 1, because that's one of the faces. The other 2 faces are -3 coins, so you have a 1 in 3 chance of rolling those. It's like a 33.3 repeating % chance of rolling that. And then you have like a 50% chance of rolling either 8, 9, or 10. Which, considering the size of the board, all of them, which is small, Bowser can just cross that fucking board like nobody's business. Especially once you start factoring in allies, which means you can get an additional up to like 2 per spaces per ally you have. And then factor in like Dash Mushroom, Golden Dash Mushroom into that as well. Bowser can go up to, I did the math, Bowser can move like 23 some spaces, I think, on a perfect turn. If he uses a Golden Dash Mushroom and has all of his allies roll 2s and he rolls a 10, just everything goes perfectly right, all the stars align, you can move up to 23 spaces in a single turn. I was playing against my sister the other day. We ended up never finishing the game, but she got Bowser as an ally. And 2 turns in a row, she went up to the star, got a star, and then managed to land back in the space that she started it on that turn. 2 turns in a row. She just crossed literally the entire board, circled it perfectly. That's how busted Bowser is. It's like, it's not okay. It's not okay. You can literally circle the board in a single turn. It's ridiculous. But also, it's funny content. So maybe we just allow Bowser because it's funny. I mean, it's a luck RNG base because it can fuck you so easily. Not really. You get 3 coins from every blue space you land on. And if you don't have any allies, if you roll a -3 coin, you don't move at all. So you lose 3 coins, and then you land on the blue space and you get 3 coins back. So it just cancels out. And if you're on the Kamek board, all the blue spaces and red spaces are doubled from the get-go. So instead of just losing 3 coins, getting 3 coins back, and then having just like a just net balance, all right, just breaking even, you instead, no, it's not lose 10. You instead lose, it should be 10 because then it would actually be balanced. You instead lose 3 coins, then you gain 6 coins, and you just gain 3 coins. Net positive of 3 coins. Like, it's not a good enough punishment for what you get. And plus, staying in place isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes you want to do that. If you're on the comic board and the star is like 15 coins, and you're like, I don't want to spend that much. If you happen to be on the blue space right in front of it, just roll the Bowser die block. Worst case scenario, lose 3 coins, get 3 coins back, and then you don't have to you don't have to be the first one to go up to the star. Maybe the person right behind you will have to pay 15 coins for a star. There you go. Lose 3. Yep, it's -3. So yeah, Bowser's die block is insane. It's very broken. Yeah, as far as luck and RNG goes, Super Mario Party, a lot of people didn't like Super Mario Party because, like, you know, they made the board smaller and they're not as chaotic and creative. I give props to Super Mario Party for making the game use a little bit more strategy as opposed to chance. Because you guys know me, I have that good old Sepchi luck that always comes in when I'm doing too well. So I usually tend to lose at games of chance. So being able to rely on strategy instead is really nice. And I've won games of Mario Party just because of strategy alone and just good planning. Although of course it doesn't mean too much when you consider that the best strategy for every board but the Kamek board is to grind out golden pipes because they're literally more valuable than stars. Like, actually, it's more valuable to have a golden pipe than a star because you can literally use a golden pipe to get a star, guaranteed next turn, every time, as long as you hit the coins. Yeah, but the only reason that doesn't work on the Kamek board is literally because you can't get golden pipes on the Kamek board. It doesn't work. That's the only thing that stops the golden pipe strategy, though, is not having the golden pipe. Crazy, yeah. Yeah, the only reason stealing stars isn't more valuable is because maybe this is different from on other boards. I only played on the Kamek board recently, and I didn't get a chance to check. But I believe that because consistently across all the boards, Lakitu always appears somewhere, and then he offers to let you either steal coins for free from people, or you can steal a star for 30 coins. I haven't decided if it's more valuable to buy the star yourself or to have Kamek steal it for you, because you're getting it at triple the price if you steal it. But you're also taking it away from someone else. So that's also a contributing factor to, like, just that's also in that gain. So in a way, it's almost like you're gaining 2 stars on a person because someone loses it. Good thing I just play Mario Kart. I can't play Mario Kart anymore, man. It makes me too angry. Oh, by the way, do you have your E3 Bing card? Also stealing better than buy. Is it though? Because it's stars in Super Mario Party cost 10 coins, as opposed to the traditional 20. So it's literally like if my math is correct, it's like a 3% to 30% markup by stealing a star. And plus, you also have to factor in you have to get to Lakitu in the first place. So that's not always the most viable strat. Sometimes it literally is. It doesn't really matter that much because it pales in comparison to just grinding gold pipes, which you can get either from an item space, or if you're smart, you just get to the end of the board where the Wiggler item shop is, and that Wiggler item shop always sells gold pipes. And you just buy gold pipes for 10 coins, go to the star your next turn, you buy a star for 10 coins for a total loss of 20 coins, but you're guaranteed a star. You basically spend 20 coins to guarantee yourself a star. Ridiculous. Yeah, I fully understand why people don't like the game, but I like the strategy involved. I'm fine sacrificing the craziness to have a little more strategic planning in place in Mario Party. It's an interesting take on it. Because getting cheated over by fucking chaos never feels good. It's fun, but it always feels awful when you're the one who's been in the lead the entire game, and then just all of a sudden someone just steps on a space that just, I don't know, puts you in 4th place permanently, and you're not allowed to get coins anymore because fuck you, it's wacky. This is not very fun. It's only fun when you're losing to have that happen. But anyway, yeah, long story short, Super Mario Party, Friday, 5 o'clock p.m. EDT. It's happening. It is happening. It's been almost an hour now. How long did I say this stream was going to go on for? I need to check the schedule. Where to schedule at? I could pull up on Discord, actually. Hang on. Let me check this Discord. Oh, I didn't put the end time in the Discord. End time only appears on the Twitch schedule. I gotta go through a process here just to get to it. Oh, live now. I said I was going to end. I think it's like 2:15 maybe. What does it say? No, I said 2 o'clock. So we're. No, that's the wrong stream. Is it? No, okay. This is the one. It's 2:30. Okay. So there's another half hour to go as long as people are having a good time. Listening to me ramble about shit. Nice. Do you guys want to hear about Monster Hunter World? I have made Puro a thing on my desktop. What is Puro? Or maybe you're talking about Puyo, which probably not. That's just my wishful thinking. What is Puro? From Changed. What? Grammar? Is that grammar or just the title of a thing? You're gonna make me Google Pro, aren't you? A cigar. And in Spanish, apparently. Google the baby. I can't tell if you're talking about no, Pro Changed. The baby film. You want me to look at this film? Is that what you're telling me to look at, Wolf? No, I'm not a smart man. You have to be specific with me. Pro Changed. Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm with you now. Hang on. Let me put this on screen. Pro Wolf guy makes much more sense now. I am a smart man. Let me just say. Okay. There you go. We got there eventually. Let me tell you guys about Monster Hunter World real quick, okay? So recently I bought Monster Hunter Rise to play both by myself and on stream. And so my friends were kind and understanding, responded to that in kind by choosing to buy Monster Hunter World, which more people already had, instead of just like upgrading to the new game. Which, to be fair, I understand exactly why they did it. It still is just kind of funny in a tragic kind of way. Like looking at World on my computer and then trying to play Rise on my Switch on the car ride to that outlet mall on Memorial Day was like night and day. It was just like, okay, this plays all right, better than people were saying, but it also looks shitty. It has more quality of life changes, but my friends aren't here. Also okay, but I don't know much about Monster Hunter. Yeah, Monster Hunter is really fun. I ended up buying Monster Hunter World for like $20. Actually, no, I got the Iceborne DLC with it. I got my Chris and Calvin told me to get like the big bundle, so I got like the big bundle for like $30 some, which was worth it, honestly. I'm digging Monster Hunter World, but Calvin and Chris, they are really digging Monster Hunter World. Let me open Steam real quick. Hold on a second. Let me find my profile here. Alright, so this is my profile, okay? And if you look right here, you can see... can I scale in it all here? No, I'll add scale over here. If you look over here, alright, you can see I have 17.8 hours on record with Monster Hunter World so far, right? After owning it for like 3-ish days, I think. Maybe almost a week now. Now, let me pop over here. You can't see it, but it's behind my webcam. Let's start by looking at Calvin's playtime. Actually, I don't want to show his username on stream, so I'll just tell you, okay? His playtime is 54.9 hours played recently. Recently. Why don't I have you on Steam? I don't know. Why don't I have you on Steam? We should fix that. Yeah, Calvin played 54.9 hours recently, which is only slightly worse than Chris, which is 62.1 hours played recently for our boy Chris. Fun thing about our little merry band, okay? When we discover games that we really enjoy, especially multiplayer games that are like Dark Souls in a way, we usually go in hard. I've kind of come out of that in recent years. Calvin and Chris still go in hard. Like every night they've been playing Monster Hunter like nonstop. And they're already like Hunter rank 20 or something, I think. I don't even know. But they're up there. They're way up there. I honestly, if I go onto Discord right now, for all I know, yeah, I saw it. I'll add you in a minute here. For all I know, if I go into our Discord right now, they might actually be playing at this very moment. They are not. Which I just saw them on Steam, so I don't know why I assumed that, but I thought it'd be funny if they were. I'll feel free to show if you don't want. If you want, I don't mind. That's all right. I gotta log in. Just I don't remember what my account is, dude. Hang on. I got you. I got you, Wolf. Give me 1 second here. Let me go to my community. Not my community, my profile. Actually, no, I wouldn't be in here. I'd be in friends. Add a friend. Well, let me whisper you from here. Nope, it's not gonna be whisper you on OBS. Okay, I gotta do it through here. Whisper. There you go. There's my friend code on Steam. You do you, boo. You do you. But yeah, Monster Hunter World's been a great time. Of course, as per usual, okay, I always play games incorrectly. Because I just love to play games wrong. So, Monster Hunter, which is predominantly, okay, dashboard fucked up. Oh, dashboard fucked up. I'm gonna close this and open it again. As per usual, I like to play games wrong. So, Monster Hunter, which is definitely like a melee-centric game when it comes to combat, instead of being melee-centric, I choose to main basically every single ranged weapon that's available to me. Bow, light bow gun, heavy bow gun. So while all of my friends are right on top of the monster just swinging away, I'm just shooting from the back. And it's like, I'm sure it's part of the reason why I haven't been streaming it, because like, it must be so weird to tune into a stream just to see someone shooting from the back and just watching this happen and be like, you're playing it wrong! What the hell? Oh, bows and guns for life, man. Bows and guns for life. But yeah, I'm loving Monster Hunter World. There are moments where I miss Rise just because there are a lot of quality of life changes in Rise that Monster Hunter World could definitely use. like having the forge weapons menu and upgrade menu being combined. Just starting with that and then having to devolve to not having it just sucks. Because it's like 20 more menus you have to go through just to like forge and upgrade. It's dumb. It's so dumb. But you know, I can tolerate it. I can tolerate it just fine. Also, wire bugs are super cool in Rise, and it sucks that I don't have them in World. But it's alright, because they have slings, and slings are okay. Slings are like wire bugs, but not as cool, I guess. And then, of course, I'm going to move my OBS over. I'm going to switch my windows here, so that I actually look at my primary monitor while I'm talking to you guys. Oh. But yeah, what was I saying before? I like wire bugs, but slings are okay, I guess. At least with the bow, right? You can combine the sling with your bow for an attack, which is cool. You can just eject all your sling ammo as a really powerful bow shot. That's basically just your sniper shot, but it charges immediately, and it's like short range. I have taken out some monsters with that before. It feels really good to land it. And I feel like there was one other thing that was quality of life that I enjoyed. Oh yeah, not needing to be in the gathering hub to see other people. And just being able to go out into the main city and interact with other players. Also being able to go into quests and then have party members still be a part of that quest without needing to depart immediately. Whereas in World, if you depart on a quest and someone's not ready, they just get kicked. And they're just gone. Yeah, Rise has its share of problems. I'm not saying it doesn't, but like, World is definitely like, gameplay-wise, overall better than Rise. There are just some quality of life things in Rise that I wish World had. There are just a lot of things that I feel like Rise did a lot better. But unfortunately, it's on the Switch, and it runs like poo-poo. So my friends refuse to get it. And so I'm stuck playing Monster Hunter World until Rise comes to the PC, if I want to play with my friends. So yeah, there's that. There's that story. Hashtag bows are great. Oh yeah, I also don't play this game. I also don't play Monster Hunter World on stream because I play in the spirit of playing games wrong. I play really slowly. I'm not constantly trying to get to like the next objective. I like to take my time and just like explore the world at my own pace, get things at my own speed. Welcome back, Spaghetti. Welcome back, Spaghetti. Let's see what meme you have sent us this time. What meme have you sent us this day? Oh, that opened in a weird window. And it's also copyrighted, so I can't play it on the stream. Okay. Damn. Dubs. Anime dubs. Oh. That's literally me. That's just me anytime I critique something. That was me yesterday when I was critiquing Sonic Central. All right, watch that video real quick, okay? So if you didn't, so that makes sense, all right? Because I can't play it on the stream because it's copyrighted. But I gotta turn the music back on. Literally during the Sonic Central yesterday, there were parts where I would just be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this? This is stupid!" And then I would hit play, and 5 seconds later, they would say something that would make me go, "Oh, okay, never mind, that's all right." Oh yeah, I was gonna work on 1-2. Why, is there a cooldown on it? Hang on, let me look and see real quick here. Yeah, hang on, let me look at it real quick. If it's unreasonable, I can... Because I didn't check the cooldown on it when I was repricing stuff, so if it's unreasonable, I can change it. Let's see. Where is it, though? Watch this. I need an icon for it, but it's hard to make the icons that small without them looking all poopy. Oh, I haven't set the limit redemptions per user per stream. Nah, fuck that. Also, let's make that cooldown like 2 minutes. I need time to be able to watch it too, so make it like a... maybe like 3 minutes. There you go. All right. You can watch this on stream. Sure. I'll watch that. Just pay me. Pay your channel points up in a second. I'll honor system you. Can I do this? Yeah. It's a lot better. Let me close that. Okay. This seems fine. Whoops.
Morning, Laurie. The analysis already. Hey, Rudy. This doesn't make any sense. That didn't ring. You're not talking to anybody. I apologize. I'll correct it myself. It's just that I work with a bunch of monkeys. Let me apologize again for my
Is this a commercial?
Working around here can be very challenging. I think I told you before that I work with a bunch of monkeys. Nice one, guys.
All right, I'm gonna stop it there because it seems like a commercial. The Republicans and Democrats working together in a bipartisan fashion. DMCA free? Open that shit back up.
Is this bothering you at all?
No, thanks, guys. I don't really like drinking.
Nice one, guys.
I totally understand. I actually work with a bunch of jackasses. No,
This
thanks,
is from
guys.
a different
I don't really
era.
like drinking.
Back before you couldn't say that anymore. Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, Rudy. Rudy, can you just take it somewhere else, maybe?
He cannot. Once the bubbles have started popping, you cannot stop popping the bubbles, John!
Is this bothering you at all?
I'll pop as many bubbles as I want!
Your resume is very impressive. I see you're fluent in 12 languages. What are those?
Pop, pop, John.
Okay. Oh, I really can't accept this. I'm sorry, but usually we like resumes to actually be true. That's not appropriate. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? No. I'm
Apparently.
not a cop. I have to ask that. Oh, goodness. We really don't encourage you to be in our office. Sir, no jumping in the chair.
What the fuck, man? Wait. She's not acting here. She's just trying really hard to keep a straight face. Like, for sure, she just couldn't stop laughing at this and they just kept it in. As is.
Is yours? I'd
Yeah.
really rather not talk about my boyfriend. Yes, you do have to know how to spell to work here. Try again next year, maybe. Thanks. We'll
I
call
want to
you.
buy a whoopee cushion for stream.
Okay.
For comedy purposes. Welcome to the board meeting.
Sorry, I'm late, guys. Just trying to decipher these numbers.
Tiny chair. Dude, they love whoopee cushions, man.
So it seems pretty clear that buying lottery tickets is not a good business plan.
Jesus, that's a lot of lottery tickets.
So, very funny. Let's continue. We got a lot to get through. All right, if we look to the other sectors that we can... Okay, come on, guys.
There is no way the office would even be kind of put together. It would look a little more like this.
No, sales aren't up. They're down.
Oh shit. Fix! I fixed it! The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Yas. Yas, Queen Slay. Alright. Das good. Das good. I have one more. Burning through those points. Which is fine. This is why I lowered the price, so people can actually afford it. Okay, what else I have to talk about? I had one more thing to talk about. Nah, you can keep going. I lowered the price specifically so that people could do it. Here, I'll watch this last one, and then I want to talk about like one more thing before the stream has to end. So we got like 10 minutes left in the stream. Ooh, Oni Place. This should be okay to put on stream. Emphasis on should. Long monitor again. I'm used to having it over on the other monitor.
Chat, what should I write a song about? It has to be a good topic. Okay, this one's good. It goes, Jefta is a lame bitch. I hate that stupid hat that you wear. You are such a dick. Fuck you.
Beautiful.
Do you know what that song is?
I thought this stream was gonna be, you know, friendly.
Jeff is a pedophile. I've seen him fuck a bunch of kids.
That's not true.
Oh, what a pedophile.
It's a lie.
Just turned down
It's a dirty
really hard.
lie.
Right there.
It's the fucking truth.
My name is Chris and I'm a slob.
No, I'm not.
I cook mac and cheese on the stove and I let it dry out.
I never cook mac and cheese, you fucking liar.
I'm too lazy to
the
wash
FPS
my
race, though.
clothes. I'm Chris.
I washed my clothes last night, you're just fucking lying,
I actually
Jeff.
did change some settings.
Yes, I did.
Alright, that's like a 3-minute long video. That's really funny though. Gino. Speaking of FPS race though, I don't know if it's too obvious or not. The ending is good. Tossing and sharing is caring on the Discord. I'll watch it later. I'll finish it up. But yeah, you might have noticed it possibly, but the frame rate on the stream is probably looking a lot better. Discord is down for you. Oof. Oof indeed. The stream is probably looking a lot better because, one, thanks to OBS, when I look at the optimization settings, they suggested that I raise the bit rate to 6,000, the max bit rate, instead of like 4,000. So I did that, and it's actually staying there consistently, and I'm shocked. I don't know if that has something to do with like Streamlabs fucking up, or if that has something to do with like just like OBS being more powerful or something, or maybe it just could do that the whole time and I just wasn't paying attention. But yeah, the stream's probably looking a little bit better. It's still 720p because 720p. 720p? I think so. Yeah, 720p. Yeah, it's still 720p because more people can watch that. But yeah, we're running at a higher bit rate now, and also 60 frames per second. Hell yeah, let's go. Consistent too, as far as I can tell. It's just staying at 60. Yeah, Discord US East is down. Really? I am able to get in. I'm just fine. Maybe I'm central. Who knows? But I can get in. Also, Pog. Yeah, 60 FPS Pog. Let's go. Anyway, yeah. Let me. Oh yeah, music. The last thing I wanted to talk about before ending the stream. Mr. Berry 64? Sure. Or Mr. Berry. Last thing I wanted to talk about before ending the stream, okay? Next. Oh my god, loud music time. Yeah, I turned it back down. Why is my mic so quiet all of a sudden? Hold up. Did this fuck up? Yeah, my voice changer turned off. Damn it. I need my voice changer to boost the audio. I'm gonna go through and disable like all of the keybinds I have for voice mod. After this stream, I think. But anyway, yeah. The first part of the Minecraft update, Caves and Cliffs, is coming out next Tuesday, and I'm excited. I'm hoping Skulkers are in this update. I'm gonna be sad if we don't get the part of the update that has the Skulkers in it, because I really want the Skulkers. Wireless redstone. Wireless redstone. Wireless redstone. Think about that. Minecraft is going wireless with redstone. That's so fucking cool. I want to play with that so badly. I will not be able to make anything with it. I am not smart enough to make redstone contraptions on my own. But wireless redstone, that's cool as shit. And you cannot deny that it is cool as shit. Wireless redstone is yes, 100%. But wired is still faster / reliable. You can make wireless reliable though. I'm excited to experiment with it. There already people are talking about like all the applications you can do with wireless redstone, and it blows my fucking mind. The dude I always get ideas from for redstone stuff, his name escapes me at the moment, like Wubble something, I think, maybe. He did a video where he experimented in the snapshot with Skulkers, and he made like a message system, like a messaging board that used Skulkers to send messages across long distances. That was really cool, and the idea of having like Skulkers that on like telephone poles that send messages across the world, that's really cool. But the concept I have for it though is the opposite of that. I want to find a way to use Skulkers to make like a working like subway rail system that's like that uses the Skulkers to send signals that like move rails around, so that you can like unpower rails and repower rails like with signals, and then you can make like stops, like railway stops, using Skulkers to like as a medium for like sending that transmission across the world. That's like a really cool idea to me. I want to find a way to do that so badly. It'd be great. All right. Anyway, why is the music so loud? It's loud to me all of a sudden. I'm not sure why. It should be normal for you guys. It should be just fine. Oh, it's about time for us to go. So I think we will, because my ear's kind of starting to bug me for some reason. So guys, this has been a Just Chatting stream. Thank you so much for watching. It's louder than that before, if that's the question. Really? Because I turned it way down from last time. Interesting. I actually turned it way down. That was weird. That's weird. Okay. Well, it's the end of the stream anyway. I don't have an event list on OBS yet. Uh-oh. I didn't think this through. Hang on. Let me I can use my phone. I can get the event list on my phone. I go into Twitch, and I go to my thing here. Stream manager should have activity feed. Yep, here we go. LMAO, Barry is ending. If he ends before I get there, I'll refund your points. I think the only thing I have to thank for is, yeah, Quanch. Quanch, thank you so much again for setting the 500 bits. I really appreciate it. I gotta follow my own rules in the chat, apparently. Shout out the Quanch. Log in. Apparently, I'm not logged into Twitch on this screen. Hold on. Shout out the Quanch. Can you believe that I was lurking here the entire time? I cannot. You were Solid Snake. But like when Solid Snake is actually good at Metal Gear Solid. Not like me, where it's like you try to be you are stealthy for most of it, but you always get caught at least once or twice or 20 times. Did you just diss my man Solid Snake? No, I'm dissing people who are bad at playing Metal Gear, like me. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's been a stream. Tomorrow, I believe, if I have the schedule in my brain correct, we should be playing more Sonic Heroes, I think. I found the Mikulash sound effects on the internet, and I was just like, it has to be this. It has to be this. If you want to add more of those sounds, by the way, you totally can. You just add a command, and you're good to go. What is that sound clip from? That's Mikulash from Bloodborne, when he howls at you, and it's annoying as shit, and I hate it. But out of context is funny. I gotta pull up the stupid stream schedule real quick. Hold on. Not streaming tools. Not that either. Channel schedule. Let's see. Yeah, tomorrow at 12, we're gonna be playing more Sonic Heroes. Because, you know, I hate myself. So why not torture myself more? So make sure that'll be at 12 p.m. EDT for 2 hours. So if you want to see more of me suffering, make sure you go look at that. Also, before I forget to say this again, my sister is actually going to be out of school coming up pretty soon here. She's going to be going to summer vacation, which means I'm going to be watching her for months. So at some point in the future here, I don't remember the exact date, but well, coming up pretty soon here. Streams are there's gonna start being more evening streams. I'll still be doing these like 12 o'clock streams here and there, but you're gonna start to see probably a few more evening streams around like 5 o'clock or so. Because I can't really stream while watching my sister. It's like ethically wrong. But yeah, you can expect more evening streams coming up in the future. We'll end up transitioning into that at some point. I just got out of school a couple weeks ago. Nice. But yeah, evening streams coming soon. More of them. Okay, anyway, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And hopefully Mr. Barry is still streaming. We're going to find out right now. Raid channel. Mr. Barry 64. Yep, he's there. All right. Go and join Mr. Barry, guys. Bye.